Hello everyone, I am pkaitechworld. Welcome to my Python for Generative AI learning series. In this series, we are focusing on Python basics that will help us to build a strong foundation for implementing generative AI concepts. So let's dive in and start today's session. So if you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. So today's topic is Python file handling. Learn the right way to open and close files. So let's start with introduction. In everyday computer use, we often work with files like text documents, Excel sheets or PDFs. The usual process is simple. Open the file, make some changes, save it and close it. Closing the file is important because leaving it open keeps using system resources unnecessarily. The same rule applies when we work with files in Python. In this lesson, you will learn why it's important to close files in Python, how to open and close files safely, the most efficient way to handle files using the with statement. Let's understand the traditional way using open and close. When you open a file in the Python using the open function, you get access to file object. After finishing your work like reading or writing, you must close it using close method. So example, let's understand this example by running in our editor. So I'm taking this code running here. So in my path already I have config.txt, so I am running this one. If we read, so we got the content like this. I opened the file config.txt in read mode, content is equal to file.read, so print content file.close. We close the file now. So what happens here? Let's understand. Here file.close is necessary. If you forget to call it, the file remains open and occupies memory. This can cause issues, especially when dealing with multiple files or large programs. So how to solve this? A better and safer way is using the with statement. Python provides a cleaner and more reliable way to handle files, the with statement. This approach ensures that file automatically closes once the work inside the block is done, even if an error occurs. Let's understand how it is working. So how to check whether the file is closed or not? Here we are using with open config text in read mode as file. We are using with statement here, and inside that we are specifying content is equal to file read and we can print. Now host name is AMD server, same output, but we are not closing explicitly file.close. But how it works? Let's understand. Here what happens step by step. The file is opened and assigned to variable file, right? Then the indented block inside the with statement runs. It is like reading and writing data. As soon as block finishes, Python automatically closes the file. You don't need to call file.close. It's done for you. As of now, we have only one or two statements, so it is easy to understand where we need to close. But we have thousands of lines. After reading, we are performing operations multiple times. Then if we forget to close that one, it will affect on resources and performance as well. So how to check whether verifying that the file closes automatically or not? Let's check if the file actually closes after the block ends. To do that, we have to use file.closed. So in my program, what I will do, see here, file is equal to open, and before file.close, I will check whether it is closed or not. So I am using is file closed. This is my statement. Then what I am checking? So here I am using f string for my example to print. So I will call file dot closed. So what it will do, if file is closed, it will put true. Before file dot close, if I run, it should be false. After file dot close, if I run that, it should be false. Okay, you can see. Now we are able to see here, wash name we print the content. After printing the content, I am checking file is closed. Traditional method, is file closed, it is false. Is file closed, it is true. So in with statement, how to use this file closed? Let's see. So we are not explicitly calling, right? Automatically it will close. So after this with the statement, I am printing is file closed. So it should print true. See, host name we got the data, his file closed. We are not calling any file dot close here explicitly. Automatically it will close by itself. So in this way we are verifying. So the result true confirms that file has been closed automatically. If you try to read from the file after the block ends, for example, file.read, Python will raise an error. Let's try. Already we have run, so file is closed. So here I will to try to read the file after closing the file. So if you try this, already we told, right, we got the host name, this file closed, then it is throwing the exception like input operation unclosed file. So that because once the with block finishes, the file object is no longer active. So how it works behind the scene? When you use a with statement, Python creates something called a context manager. A context manager automatically manages the setup and cleanup resources. In this case, opening and closing the file. So resources is like operating system resources we are talking here. So the file opens when the with block starts, closes automatically when the with block ends. If you move your code inside the with block like this, you can understand. So what I am doing, we already see here. I will comment this file dot read. So we added file is opened, file is closed or not, right? So here this file is closed, it is executed after with statement. But in print statement, when it is file dot read, I will add here. So inside the with block, it should be open automatically. After the with block, it should be closed automatically. We can verify like this. So is file closed? No, it is not closed because inside the with block, it is open. So is file closed? So outside the with block, it is closed. That's why we are getting true here. So that means the file is still open while you are working with it. So summary and best practices. Always close your files after using them to free up system resources. The traditional method requires calling file.close manually. The recommended method is using the with statement which automatically closes the file for you. You can check if a file is closed using file.closed attribute. In short, use with open as file is clean, safe and professional. Avoid forgetting to close files manually. So, let's recap what we learned in this lesson. In this lesson, you learned why files must be closed in Python, how to use the with statement to open files safely, how Python automatically handles file closing using a context manager, how to check whether a file is open or closed. By using the with statement, your code becomes simpler, safer, and more Pythonic. So thank you for watching today's session. This is part of Python for Generative AI learning series. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description. See you in the next session. Thank you very much.